Hello, it's Emily, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new, I just wanted to let you know that I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On Mondays, I post videos about my life with glaucoma. On Wednesdays, I post whatever video I want, and on Fridays, I post videos related to my faith. So if that interests you, please hit that subscribe button. And without further ado, let's get to today's video. Was inspired by Molly Burke, and I think that she touched on a very important concept when it comes to being visually disabled, and that is independence versus freedom. So even though I have a lot of independence in my life, I can go to school on my own and do all of my homework and tests on my own. I could go to the store on my own. I could live on my own. I could do a lot of things on my own. One thing I'll never have is freedom. And that's because I can't drive. And there are also other things that I can't do. I don't have the freedom to choose any career in the world or, to do certain activities just because of the fact that I'm visually disabled. And dealing with that realization that there are just things I'll never be able to do is one of the hardest things about coping with having glaucoma. It really never gets easier, the fact that I can't drive. When I turned 15 and all of my friends got their permits, and I'm a triplet, so both of my sisters got their permits, it absolutely sucked that I felt so left out. It just was a new obstacle that I don't even think I was truly prepared to kind of face. And also, once I turned 15 and 16, people just assume that I can drive, which I can't. And so a lot of people will ask oh, why don't you ever drive? Or, oh, you can drive, right? And it's nope. And then I have to explain why. And honestly, sometimes I'm not really up for those conversations of, oh no, I can't drive, I have glaucoma, blah, blah, blah. Because it just sometimes takes a lot of effort to kind of explain it all, and then I'm just not always in the mood to talk about it, to just be quite frank with you all, because I'm still very upset with the fact that I can't drive. Every single day I wish I could just get in the car and go wherever I wanted. I wish I could take myself to the store, take myself to church, take myself to school without stressing about who can take me, if it'll fit in their schedules, and just not feeling like a total burden. Because even though my friends and family are very, very nice and helpful, they still don't always want to take me places because they're human and they have their own lives and their own things going on. And so even though they'll tell me it's not a burden, it just is. It's a burden for them. It's an extra thing they have to do or fit in their schedule or work around. And it just really, really sucks. I live in the Midwest. There's just not public transportation. If I lived in New York City, for example, the majority of people don't necessarily drive. A lot of it is public transportation. So I wouldn't feel so isolated. But where I live, everyone can drive. And so it just makes it that much more difficult because there aren't even a lot of options. And yes, we do have Uber and other car services, which I've yet to really kind of utilize. I know one day I will have to, but it also gives me a lot of anxiety because again, there's that element of well, now I have to look for a car that's coming to get me that is a car that I'm not familiar with, a car I haven't seen. And especially if I was on my college campus where there's just tons of cars, tons of people, tons of things, it's going to be that much more anxiety provoking for me to try to go navigate where to go get picked up. And little things like that just make it that much more stressful. Figuring out bus routes, all those things are very stressful for the average human, but then add a visual impairment and it makes it that much more anxiety provoking because I just feel so much more vulnerable of, what if I do get somewhere where I'm not sure what to do and I'm lost and I don't know where to go and all of those things. Even though I know deep down, worst case scenario, I can always call my friends and family or ask for help. I'm not going to get stranded and lost forever, but it just still gives me a lot of anxiety, and it's just one of those things that's really hard for me to overcome. And so even though, yes, I am very independent, you know, I can do a lot of things on my own. The reason I love making YouTube videos is because it's something that I actually do on my own. I don't need anyone's help. I can do it in my room. I can do it, you know, I edit my videos, I upload my videos, I do all of that on my own. And that gave me a sense of freedom that I haven't had in a while. And so even though I don't have total freedom, this has been a great sort of like outlet for me to feel like, okay, I can do something on my own, and I don't need help, I don't need to rely on other people's schedules. And so that's been one of the best things about making these YouTube videos. But driving is always going to be something that just sucks that I can't do. So I'm not really sure exactly the whole point of this video, but I think it's a good thing to point out that there is a difference between independence and freedom, and I don't think a lot of people always realize that when they see people with like impairments or disabilities doing very well in life. Because yeah, when we make it work, we figure out how to do stuff on our own, but we don't have freedom, and that is the hardest thing about having glaucoma. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a comment to start some conversation, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday.